Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be featuring a Longines, and this is part of their Spirit range. This is a 40mm in what they call, I think it's Sunray Blue, and I think the dial on this watch is absolutely stunning. I think I've done such an amazing job of the dial especially. Now, before I really get into the ins and outs about this watch, I've got to say a big thank you to Ryan and the team over at Francis Gaye for allowing me to review this watch. I say they've got such an amazing stock and supply of different brands there. Obviously, you know I do their Zin range a lot. They also do Rado, Longines, Seiko, Grand Seiko, Ballon Ross, Bremont, Doxa, and there's more. That's just off the top of my head. So they've got such a massive selection. If you're in the Midlands, feel free to pop in. If you're in the UK or wherever, give them a call. And I dare say Ryan will be able to sort you out a deal and get a watch straight out to you. But this watch, just simply look at that dial. It's beautiful. Sizes, before we get too much into it, are 40mm, 12.2mm, a rather strange 50mm, and 21mm, I believe it is, for the bracelet. Now, let's have a bit better look at that dial. Just simply look at that. Now, so many things to talk about out dial, I don't know where to start. Let's go on about, first of all, the colour. The colour is gorgeous. This blue just looks really, really nice. There's a really good way of catching the light. Some areas look dark, some look bright. Real, just an amazing effect on there. Next, I love the applied hour markers on this watch. You can see from this view how three-dimensional they look. I think they're absolutely stunning. I should point out they're full of lume, and the lume on this watch is excellent. And because it has got all the lume, it really makes them pop kind of against the dial. I think they're done such a really good job on that one. Next thing, look at this bezel just outside the hour markers and the way it catches the light. Again, a really nice detail they've got there. I really like that. Next, look at the red second hand against the contrast of the blue. The tip on there just looks really, really good, and you have a lume pip as well. Coming into the dial more, we have the Longines logo, minimum amount of text, and we have the 5 stars here, and where it says chronometer. So this watch runs really good specs, and I like the detailed minute track running all the way around the dial there, the way that the second hand overlaps it. It's just all win-win. I think that dial is absolutely a stunner. Now, looking at that dial, we've got this amazing sapphire crystal, and look at the beautiful dome. It just looks like a drop of water, and the way it just floats on top there. I think it's a really good, it really does. The AR coating on it as well is excellent, but it does a really good job of magnifying those hour marks when you look at it in especially at this angle. Now, coming out from there, the casework, the bezel polished. We have all this brushwork. Well, it's more satinized finish across the actual the case of a watch. The way the bracelet joins in, it's very, the quality is fantastic. There is absolutely zero playing at. But perhaps I think this would, I don't know if it would possibly look better on the on a strap. Possibly, I don't know, but either way, it still looks great. The crown on this is signed, and it is a screw down crown. I believe this watch is a 100-meter wall resistant, and I'm not kidding. The way you screw it in and unscrew it, it's absolutely superb. And winding this watch, it is I would possibly say, the smoothest watch I've ever wound. Let's put it this way. When I first had this watch, I pulled it out and went to wind it and thought, oh, that's not doing anything. And then the second hand started moving. You can't feel at all that you're winding the watch. It is absolutely blooming amazing what I've done there, I think. Screw that back in, and it just absolutely is a joy to use, that crown. I'm really impressed with that. Now, the bracelet. The bracelet's okay. It feels nice and solid. Minimal amount of play, really. It is a split pin, I believe. It could be pin and collar. I haven't tried adjusting it because it's not my watch. We do have a butterfly clasp on the end here. Now, you are equipped with half links down here, so you can actually have a certain level of adjustment, micro adjustment on there. And I like just the very nice detail they put on the bottom there. It's just nicely done. The back is a solid case back on this watch. Does have a nice bit of etching on the back, but it is a shame you can't actually see the movement, because the movement in this is their what is it called? I think it's AL 888.4, and it's a little bit special, really. We're talking a 72-hour power reserve. I'm trying to remember. It's chronometer rated, and it's actually made by ETA exclusively for Longines. And let's face it, when it comes to building movements, ETA, they know their stuff. So it is an exclusive movement only for them, and I think that is just makes it again quite interesting. I put it on the time grapher earlier, and it was simply superb. I think it was around about -1 second to 0. In its the beat rate was 0.3, and it just looked to be spot on. So it's actually, its claim performance is showing on the time grapher. Let me put this on my wrist so you have an idea how it looks. Let's zoom out a little bit there. I'm wearing a Zin 556 today. That's it on my 7¼ inch wrist. And it does look good. There's only a couple of things I would want to do to improve this. Now, first of all, the lug to lug width. I think it's a beautiful curved case, but why has it got a 50mm lug to lug on a 40mm dial? Now, don't get me wrong, I've got 50mm lug to lug watches, but they tend to be on watches which are 44mm or perhaps even bigger. So this one, it just, yeah, to me, the lug to lug is too big on this watch. A strap would possibly make it see a little bit, make it sit a little bit cooler. If I had to be super nitpicky, I'd possibly say the date window at 3 o'clock would be nice if maybe they colour coordinated it with the dial. But literally, I'm being really nitpicky on that. Overall, I think the watch is absolutely superb. It's a really nice design. You could tell by the way I'm talking about. I really like that dial. I think it is a very, very classy dial. The dial definitely is the absolute star and a very good movement. So anyway, let me know what you think of the watch in the comments, and I'll always try and get back to them as quick as I can. All the best, guys. You take care and stay safe out there. Bye.